Okay, so I have 5 articles left to read. 4 of them are actually mine. 1 is someone else who I want to mention. They're anonymous anyway. So 4 more articles. I want to do it. I want to finish. So I'm probably gonna read them all out tonight, which is Wednesday? It's Wednesday, right? Yeah, it's Wednesday. Okay. So I'm gonna finish them all today, and then I'll be editing them and submitting them probably over the if I can plan. I think you can set up days to put out videos, so I might try and do that 2 or 3 for Thursday, and then do it Friday and Saturday as well. So yeah, and then I'll probably make a video about my own thoughts. I haven't had too many thoughts about these articles, I think probably because they're still so recent, so I've only had a couple of thoughts here and there about it, but not anything too worthy of a giant vlog. I might still I'll probably still make one anyway, because I do have a couple thoughts about it, but it's still so fresh and recent that it kind of just hits me in the head about stuff. So, article. This is from November 29th to December 12th, and there's 2 articles in here that I can read. So, yeah. Okay. So, inside a psychiatric hospital, Part 4, final part. By Raquel Lyons, staff writer. Each unit structures themselves differently. I've been to a place where the only groups they had were art therapy. I've been to places where there were more variety, such as art therapy, dialectical behavior therapy, or DBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, mindfulness, interpersonal relationships, social skills, positive coping strategies, learning about different teas, and yoga and exercise, and more. Every time I've been hospitalized, it was because I needed time away from the dangers of the outside world in order to remain physically safe. For my first hospitalization, I learned about positive coping strategies. For my second, I received a psychiatrist. They came in a box with a bow and everything, and began my recovery journey. For my third, I regained my identity and took back my life. For my fourth, my most recent one, and the one that started this series, I've learned more about self-care. I don't get stressed out from my drawing class anymore. I know it's important for me to take breaks and to listen to my body and my mind. I've also been learning that despite how self-aware I am, I have my limits. I struggle still with recognizing and blockading my brain's manure when it's not time to listen to my brain, when it comes to having genuine feelings about anxiety or depression. I feel like I like to remain firm when people tell me how I'm feeling or guess at my feelings, that no, I'm not experiencing those feelings. And often I'm not. But when it comes to the times that I am, I won't admit it either. Such steadfast, stone-cold denial made me miss the dozens of warning signs of depression I've been experiencing since my last hospitalization. It may even be the reason why I'm getting hospitalized again soon. Because as of mid-October, I am really, really struggling. The past month, I have been at an all-new low, a low reminiscent of my dark days, yet also different from them. I began this series with the opening explaining that writing these articles brings me accountability and purpose. Yet I feel during my struggles that I am no longer the faceplate of recovery or wellness, not in the same way I once was when I began writing for this newspaper. It feels like a huge loss in that, yet I suppose the next thought is it rational? As someone in recovery from mental health issues, I'm not always going to do the right thing. I'm going to make mistakes and I'm going to learn from them. I am my first priority, and so is my safety. To echo SpongeBob SquarePants, I am number one. Relapses and lapses are a part of the recovery journey. I've said that how many times now? Recovery is still a continuous circle of reminding yourself what you inherently know, but what feels like is no longer true. So I may not always have my recovery to wellness items together. I may not always act in line with my recovery goals. Yet I'll still be here writing these articles because my story is worth sharing and you're worth reading it. We're both worthy of being alive and staying alive. Writing these articles gives me a sense of responsibility to hold myself accountable to myself and to the people I reach with these scrawled words. And I say this to you as much as I say it to myself. Going to the hospital because of psychiatric issues is just as legitimate as going to the hospital for medical issues. You are far from weak. Asking for help takes a huge amount of strength, courage, faith, and trust. You are absolutely amazing and you have so much to offer this world. I won't be at UMass Boston forever, so someone's going to have to pick up the mental health conversation in this newspaper while I'm frolicking in meadows of homework with graduate school. Just remember, you matter, you are loved, you have so many people who can, will, and have yet to support you, and your life has so much purpose. If you haven't found your purpose yet, it's coming for you. Please stick around another day to receive it. Stay safe. This took a different turn than I quite thought it would. What's this?